I'd rather be, 'cause you are here, and I'm so glad that I found you now. Never let you go again, 'cause we are more than just friends. Never let you go again, 'cause we are more than just
Hello Aries, this is Inspired 2016 with your monthly reading for the month of June 2017, focusing on your career and work life. I hope that you have a good month so far in the month of May, and let's see what is in store for you for the month of June 2017. So the first card for you, representing your presence position, you have the Five of Diamonds. So this card representing that in the beginning of the month of June, you may have received possibly quite a shocking news come your way, or you may have a little bit of the difficulties in terms of your finances. Maybe you have recently loss of a job, or maybe you recently possibly quit from your current employment, and you may have to juggle your expenses or try to manage your expenditure. That could also be indicative here that possibly you may have spent a lot of money in the past, which means in the end of May towards the beginning of June. So your finances is quite tight here in the beginning of June, but I don't see any negative things happening with you in the month of June. So let's see what is the next card for you, representing the influence card or a bridge card. You have, wow, so you have the Ace of Diamonds here. So possibly towards the middle of the month, you may receive a good news with regards to your career. Possibly the job that you may finally receive the feedback if you are applying for a new job, or possibly after you quit from one job, then you were hoping to get a new job, and this is something that you are waiting for. So you may have been waiting for the news from your prospective employer. This finally comes out here. Other than that, it could also be indicative here that maybe for those of you who are applying for visa or applying for documents, finally you get approval in the middle of the month. So if you apply for school, that could also be indicative here that you finally get the approval for your applications and things like that. So it looks like it's looking good. So let's see what is the next card for you, representing the past position. You have the Five of Hearts. So in the past, you may have a little bit of the disappointment. You may not be feeling 100% happy with your overall situation in your career. Possibly also have been carrying out from the past because of this card as well, indicative there of the Five of Diamonds. It looks like you are in the negative mental state here in the past regarding from your career or your finances here. The thing is that you should not looking at the negative side of it, but you should try to find the positive thing out of the negative situation in your career. You may have no chance, or you may have no power to change your overall career, for instance, but you still have a chance to think in the other way around. For instance, you may have problem with the colleagues or your coworker, but you may have a lot of benefit from your, let's say, your position or your career path in that job or in that position. So that is something that you may look at it, the positive things it's outside the negative things, because in every situations, in every position, or in every job, you will find the negative thing out of it if you try to find it, and the same thing applies for positive thing as well. So try to be positive, Aries. So the next card that you have representing what you have learned from the past, you have the Eight of Hearts. So yeah, for those of you who try to quit from your job, it looks like you did it anyway, and you finally move out from your overall past situations. And I know this will makes you a lot of this cause you a lot of damage. Like you have to juggle now to minimize your expenditure, because maybe you lost one source of your incomes because you walk away from the situations that give you harm and don't give you a lot of good things in your life. But however, you finally move on from your from that negative situation in your life. For those of you who try to who have been thinking to find a new residence or new place of residence, you will have the opportunity towards the middle of the month with this card as well for finding a new place of residence. So let's see what is the next card for you, representing what you have to let go from the past. You have the Ace of Hearts. So there is a couple of emotional baggage here, looks like, from the past that you may have to get rid of in the month of June. So from the past there might be a lot of delusions or a lot of like emotional baggage that you may have been carrying on from the past, maybe from the past lover or from the past roommate or from the past people around you, from the past employments and things like that. So that is something that you may have to get rid of and try to be again positive. This indicate also can be like in the past you may have a very low self-esteem or low self-confidence that may also influence you towards your future. So you have to be mindful of that and try not to, trap in that situation. You have to be willing to open yourself up and try to be positive, and then you get the whole overall ideas what you have to go through in the next future. So the next card is you have representing your future card, or by the end of the month you have the Five of Spades. So possibly there will be some conflict by the end of the month. Possibly it's because of maybe after you found out the new employments here, maybe you may have to give up some of your job, and there might be some dispute among those things. So maybe if you, let's say for instance, if you sign a contract, then your contract still not yet let's say due or finished, then you may have to prematurely end your contract, and that may cause you a lot of damage or a lot of dispute or a lot of disagreement with your current employer. So that can be something that may spark by the end of the month, possibly because of the changes that you made in the past or in the middle of the month of June, possibly after you receive the news about the new employment that you may receive. So it looks like you just have to pick your battle closely and mindfully and respectfully. You don't have to take all with a grain of salt. It looks like you may have to think about it, which way to go, move forward with your life. So let's see, the last card for you, representing the clarifying card at the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Diamonds. So whatever decision you made, so it looks like you will be getting what you want, and you will be feeling strong and happy and wealthy as well again in towards the whole month of June. There will be a great success because you will receive a good news here with regards to your career or your money situations. And although the beginning of the month it was kind of a very stressful month in the beginning of June, it looks like you are juggling to minimize the whole expenditure or expenses that you have. Maybe you've been feeling left out as well because of this card. It looks like you are feeling low self-esteem as well with this card, and you finally move out from your negative situations there, and then finally you may have to face your conflict or disagreement with other people around you. And overall, you are successful. You are being abundantly happy with your situation, with your career, and your job as well. So I think that's overall reading for you for the month of June, focusing on your career and work life. I hope that this reading is helpful, and if you haven't subscribed already, just click subscribe, and if you like it, just click like, and see you next month. Thank you.